Hello and welcome to Performance Check. My name is Rob, and this is just a quick, unedited state of the channel address that I have been meaning to do for a little while. And I got a little window, so I thought I would just fire off just something a little informal here. Uh, so hopefully you don't mind like an unedited spiel about what's been going on with Performance Check and Roll the Bones. So let's start there. As you may have noticed, that this week there was no episode of Roll the Bones. I had meant to put an announcement up, but didn't get round to it. But we have decided that it would be best for us to miss a week every month. Is kind of the Critical Role model, I believe, where it gives viewers a little chance to catch up. Given that we are living in an age where there's so much content out there, we want to give people a chance that, who enjoy watching our games, the time to catch up. This is in no small amount informed by recent developments that have happened with the channel Performance Check, which I will go into now. So, as many who have watched this channel for many years will know, my content on Performance Check has been sporadic. Sometimes I will go through periods of time where I will post actual plays weekly. And then there will be times where I would go months and months and months without posting anything, and then suddenly drop a D&D retrospective or a tips video or something. The channel has gone through many iterations in its long existence. And it's generally shaped itself to be what it is based on what's going on with me at the time. So, to give the channel a bit of a push, I thought it would be a great idea. I would wait until we start a new actual play, which in this case is Knights of the Apocalypse Stranger Times, which is our long running campaign series at Roll the Bones. I thought I'd wait till the start of a new campaign and I would actually put some money behind promoting it so it would reach a greater audience. So I used the YouTube promotion tool to do that. And when you're setting up a promotion tool, you effectively just put in a set amount of funds, and then YouTube will take those funds and then periodically over a portion of time promote your channel to viewers. And I thought, well, this would be great because this campaign, while it is a continuing story, like it's a really strong point to jump on because we haven't seen the characters for a while. So we do like a big reintroduction to the characters, what's been going on in the ongoing saga, making Stranger Times the perfect place to jump on. Based on what I have learned since, this was a critical error. I am not an expert when it comes to YouTube. Despite how long that I've been adding videos onto Performance Check, I am still a total noob, like a level 0 NPC, like I'm a villager when it comes to my expertise of using YouTube. And I have since learned that using the promotion tool is not a good idea. The reason being is because what YouTube does is that it pushes your video to anyone, apparently. It pushes it to anyone, and that will involve people that definitely are interested in the form of content that you make on your channel, but it also pushes the content to just anyone as well, meaning that you get immediate impressions. So people will come and look at the video, but then because they're not interested in that content, will then immediately click away from it, which is absolutely fine. Long form actual plays are not for everyone, you know, or indeed the content that I make is not for everyone. But what that has done is that has meant that while the opening session of Stranger Times has been seen by a few more people, not by many, I will add, but a few more people than usual, the click away has resulted in the rest of the campaign nosediving in terms of views. And honestly, by now, I'm not here for views. I'm not here for the like at this stage, like I'm used to not getting the figures, and that's cool. That is not why I do this. Roll the Bones is there primarily because of the fact that it is my legitimate home gaming group. We play when we would play as a group of friends. You know, first and foremost, that is the priority of Roll the Bones. It's a time for me to hang out with my friends and play a long form story out. So that's not to say that we conform to like a schedule or anything like that, and we don't. Yeah, we don't do it for the fact that we're trying to run a YouTube series. It just happens that a YouTube series follows from us recording our sessions. That's the model. But I am aware that there are people that do like watching our actual plays, and I'm almost afraid that those aren't being shown now because of my unwitting attempt to boost the audience. I think I've actually gone ahead and undermined the audience, and now it's not being shown by those that want to see it, and has been shown to a lot of people that didn't want to see it. So I thought I would address it here because, like I say, I'm not an expert on YouTube, and I can certainly I've done a little bit of research into it, enough to be dangerous, but probably more dangerous to myself than anyone else. So that's what's been going on. So if you go and look at the Stranger Times playlist now, you will see that the first episode gets a few more views than we generally get for actual plays. And then it takes a nosedive for the second session, and then an even bigger nosedive for the third. There's usually like an uptick of people that will watch like an opening session anyway, just because they're intrigued to like what's going on with the channel, but aren't invested in watching the whole thing, which is totally cool. But I've learned now that clicking on a video and then immediately leaving is like one of the most damaging things for a video, because apparently it's used to signal the quality of the content. So if loads of people are going on the video and then skedaddling, then it just tells YouTube that this isn't worth watching, which obviously I disagree with because I love our games and I love my gaming group. So that's what's been going on. So anyway, all that to say, some news updates along with this. So Roll the Bones is going to miss the last day, or rather the last week of each month. So there will be a new episode next week of the latest session. Peek behind the curtain, when we release something, like generally speaking, we've been playing the campaign for like a few weeks, so we get like a few weeks a head start. But because of scheduling, and like I say, because we're just friends playing D&D, sometimes that will catch up on us. So that kind of help, that extra week kind of helps us stay on top as well. I'm also going to be releasing a D&D retrospective, the final part of the D&D retrospective for Red Hand of Doom before Christmas. So I intend to record that in the coming weeks, which is pretty exciting. I know there's usually a big gap between those as well, but like I say, generally speaking, I prioritize the content that I'm making with my friends because that's just where my life's at the moment. But I have got some ideas for some other bits of content that I would like to explore on the channel. I love posting things on Performance Check, and I really appreciate the audience that have stuck around for so many years. And of course, I appreciate the newcomers as well. There were a few new subscribers that joined Performance Check recently. So for those of you have just joined, thank you ever so much for dropping by. Don't hesitate to explore the channel and its many different facets from throughout the eras of my life, whether those tip videos, actual plays from the Absolute Tabletop era, or of course the Roll the Bones era that I'm currently flourishing within. So that's it. So don't hesitate to keep an eye out, and if you don't see Performance Check coming up in your feed, then come find me. You know where I am. Because I'm fairly convinced, and from the research that I've looked into, the promotion tool is actually more of a hindrance than a help. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that again anytime soon. I was trying to get some more eyes on what we do here, but I guess that will have to just be achieved organically rather than throwing money at YouTube because they definitely need it after all. But I'd love to hear what you guys would love to see on Performance Check as well. I would love to hear in the comments if there are other kinds of actual plays you would like to see. Are there tip videos that you would like me to do about playing D&D or running any kind of game, really? Is there other kinds of content you would like to see? Would you like me to review things? Would you like me to explore other systems? More retrospectives? Every comment is so valuable to me. So if you comment, I will respond and I will consider a request if you guys want particular kinds of content. Anyway, that's all from me for now. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope that all of your performances are up to standard.